Okay, we got Why Fast Food Sucks Now from your boy Patrick CC. Okay, why does fast food suck?
I'm going to show you a few different modern fast food locations with the logos removed, and I want to see if you can guess which restaurant it is.
Oh shit.
Here is number 1.
Shit. This would help if I actually went to fast foods more. That's a Verizon, right? Well, I'm in the way. You got a Verizon right there, so what's up with the door logo? I don't know. Is this like a Starbucks? I'm guessing. My guess is Starbucks. I don't know.
1. That is Panda
Shit, Panda Express.
Express. Here's number 2.
Is this KFC? I see the ice. Is this an ice machine? I see red and white chairs, trays. But why is the ice machine like right out there? Isn't it like in the back normally? I can't really tell the menu. Is this KFC?
That is Arby's.
Damn it.
Here's number 3.
Oh, well, he phased it in too quick. Burger King. Why the hell are there so many cameras? Like, look at this. I'm in the way again. Camera. Right there. Another camera. Or a light, but probably a camera. 2 more cameras. And then I think this is another camera right there. Holy. Dead plants right up in front. Fantastic.
That is Burger King.
I never would have known if that was Burger King. It looks so boxy.
Here's number 4.
Wait. Crew. Yellow curb. Box. Okay, you blurred out the menu. Dang it. What is that? Like, are we going to the moon right here? Okay, I can't really tell. There's a drive-through. McDonald's? Question mark?
That is Wendy's.
Bro, I'm 0 for 4 or 5.
Fast food restaurants
Okay, they all look the same.
in America have completely lost their identity.
Yes.
But it doesn't stop at the...
But they lost their identity, but they are extremely efficient, Mr. Patrick CC. Extremely efficient at going up in random ass locations. They go up quick, they get built quick, they get what do you call it? They get filled up with equipment and tables, and it's very streamlined, I imagine. With like this basic box shape.
These soulless gray buildings. Fast food used to be cheap, tasty, and most importantly, fast.
But I don't think I was ever going to McDonald's because I felt it had soul in the building. I didn't really pay attention to that as a kid, and probably less so as I got older. So the soulless like building, I don't think that really matters. Maybe it does. Maybe the attention gettyness of the building matters. I'm not sure if that was ever a big attractor for me.
On top of that, the experience used to be fun. Today,
Oh, that is a cool looking McDonald's though.
on top of that,
Like I never been to a McDonald's that looked like this. With like the big old golden arches, yellow neon everywhere. What is this? This looks like a diner. McDonald's diner.
the experience used to be fun. Today, the color is gone. The prices for a meal are almost the same as a...
Oh my god. Are you... Well, no. Understandably, the prices are adjusted from state to state, even inside a city versus outside a city. Okay? So this $17.59 for a Big Mac, this is probably in like a more expensive city.
regular restaurant, and the service is slower than ever. But
Is
This
it?
did not happen by accident. In fact, it's all by design. And today I'm going to break down why fast food today is colorless, expensive, and slow. And while it might sound like all hope is lost, there is something you can do to change it. And if enough of us do that, we just might be able to return to the glory days.
Why would you want to return to the glory days of fast food? Like, everybody is under no delusion that fast food is, number one, not healthy for you, for the most part. Everybody knows the ingredients that they use. They don't really like going to fast food is like a guilty pleasure, right? And given the history of McDonald's, which used to be like the top dog, it used to be like the World of Warcraft of McDonald's or of fast food, right? Is the top dog. Given McDonald's history, like in the removal of like the supersize option, and other things, also the shrinkflation of food in general, it's never gonna go back to the glory days. It's not. Why would you want it to? You would hope that people can be like educated enough to like go to McDonald's or any fast food. Like, let's be like somewhat generous. Let's say like once a week, maybe twice a week. All right, whatever the average is, pick one, right? But that's not going to be the case in actuality. There's a ton of people that just choose to go to like some fast food because they don't want to cook. They don't want to take the time to meal prep. It's inconvenient. They got no time. They got 2 jobs. How am I going to go home and cook when I got to go to my other job? Right? It's the convenience. Oh, I got 2 jobs. I'm swimming in money. Well, fuck it. I'll just survive off of whatever fast food joints are around me.
Modern American fast food buildings are the perfect representation of the soul that's been sucked out of the industry. What used to be these creative architectural fun houses have transformed into sterile gray boxes that are...
Yeah, because, I mean, I don't know exactly why. Probably for efficiency, for the sake of efficiency, is my guess. Plus, remember when they had the fun houses? Yeah, there's no more fun houses, right? Because it's like a breeding ground for germs for little kids. Like, if I had a kid, I would not put that little kid in a fun house. It'd just be like the ball pit. You got kids slobbering and peeing inside the ball pit. Kids doing whatever the fuck inside those like plastic tubes of like the slides and whatnot. Ugh. Disgusting. They eat their greasy little burger. They got grease hands. They start climbing and spreading the grease everywhere. And then you want your kid to go into that? They're not cleaning that, right? If they do, it's like maybe once a month. If that, if at all. No shot, man.
Severely lacking identity. Some of them kind of look like modern homes, some of them look like banks, some of them just look like corporate offices. But when you remove the logo, you genuinely could not tell what restaurant it was. Compare that to what this architectural illustrator posted on Reddit. Even without the logos, you can still tell.
Oh yeah, Pizza Hut. I think that's KFC. I think that's McDonald's. Is this White Castle? What the fuck is this one? I don't know. This is IHOP. Is this Panda Express? I don't know. One of these. Okay, this one's Checkers. I'm fucking blocking it. This is Checkers. Is this Wendy's? Is this shit? What is this one with the blue roof? Is this shit? I don't know. What is this one? Is this like Cracker Barrel? Is this old? No, that's because Cracker Barrel's not fast food. It's like a sit and eat place. What is this one? Is this Wendy's or Burger King? Is one of Wendy's or Burger King? What the heck is this one? Checkers. I know I'm missing stuff. I don't know.
Which building belongs to each.
Oh wait, this one's Taco Bell. I think this one's Taco Bell because the top looks like a taco? Question mark. What is this one though?
Fast food brand, or can you? I'll see if in the comments one of you gets all 12 correct.
No.
Early Taco Bell locations were
I was right with the top.
designed to evoke the
Does that mean I'm racist because I said the top looks like a taco? Shit.
look and feel of traditional Spanish and Mexican style architecture. The original buildings featured stucco walls, red clay tile roofs, exposed wooden beams, and arched
That's actually
entryways.
pretty cool.
Now, you get a gray box with a modern purple LED light. Pizza Hut's red roof became such an iconic part of their design that now when a new business takes over the building,
they just leave that shit up
and attempts to redesign, everyone knows it used to be a Pizza Hut. But today's Pizza Hut, yep, another gray box. McDonald's used to have these big glowing arches you could see from a mile away. I was surprised to find out that there are still a few locations that maintain that 1960s vintage look. Take this Bloomington, Minnesota location for example. It still has the massive arch.
Now hiring. Text MN252 to 388000.
Arches on each side, the red and white striped bricks around the edges, and red outline gives it this cartoonish but welcoming vibe. But sometime in 2023, they decided to get rid of.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still a McDonald's. It doesn't matter what the building looks like. Oh, Cornel, it's about the experience. Bro, most of my experience from McDonald's when I was a little kid happened through the drive-thru. Okay, my mom, after me bitching and complaining about, oh, let's go to McDonald's, oh, you don't feel like cooking, let's go to McDonald's, right? Most of my experience from McDonald's happened through the drive-thru, man. All right, I just wanted my Happy Meal and my toy, and just let's get that fuck out of there. Let's go home and eat.
all that charm and paint it gray. During McDonald's nationwide boom in the 1970s, they made a major rebrand to build locations faster. The red mansard roofs with the yellow accents that were supposed to resemble French fries is what most people remember visiting throughout their childhood. Really?
I did not put that together. But even if that's so, these are like saggy French fries. I don't want to eat these French fries if they look like this coming out of the little French fry holder. That's disgusting.
There are still a few locations out there that haven't been modernized. This one in Dunedin, Florida looks absolutely beautiful with the palm trees and the bright blue sky. Or check out this stunning Durham, North Carolina location. This photo was taken in 2021, but it looks like we took a time machine back to 1993.
But on the inside, oh geez, if the building is this old, I bet you it's pretty disgusting on the inside. I bet you. I bet. This, like, what is it called when you're like super nostalgia over like this old ass shit? Infantilization of like the old architecturally, if you want to take like an artistic standpoint from it, it's like, yeah, sure, I can appreciate it for like what it was. If like an architect had to take the time to talk to whoever like helped make this thing, so I can appreciate like that aspect of it. But like at the end of the day, it's fast food. Literally, it's a prison. Not literally. Anytime somebody wants to make fun of someone's job, they always reference either Walmart or McDonald's as the like some of the lowest of low jobs. What are we doing?
Sadly, this one was also painted entirely gray in 2024. Even this location outside of Disney World looked like a theme park of its own, and I'm sad to admit that this creative masterpiece has been replaced by what looks like a corporate headquarters. Now, one of the main reasons—
I mean, you could argue that looks like art or whatever. I mean, it looks really busy. You know what that looked like? This looked like a
creative masterpiece.
This looked like I turned the channel on my old ass like CRT TV to try to watch the porn channel of like Spice TV, but it never came in all the way. It always came in like fuzzy and like black and white, and it was just like shh, but like sometimes you could, if you squint, you could kind of tell. That's what this reminds me of. Or like this looks like just a lot of needless fucking slats on the side of a building with like McDonald's right there. Again, I can appreciate the architectural tenacity of the building, and it's got some even solar shit. Fantastic, or whatever. But outside of that, it's still a McDonald's.
Has been replaced by what looks like a corporate headquarters. Now, one of the main reasons behind the gray box trend is that it's a safer, smarter real estate investment. This strategy leans heavily on modular construction and
the gray box. Can't be offended about a gray box.
prefab standardized architecture.
But then again, who was being offended over all of the older building styles?
When a previous brand needed a very specific build out, which usually came down to their custom roofs, it just costs more. And in a way, they're also preparing for their imminent failure because these vague buildings can be transformed into just about any other business. In New Jersey, this went.
Yeah, like, let's say a White Castle gets built, but then it shuts down. Who wants that building? That is so, like, it's too tacky. Not tacky, but like, too like, what do you call it? It's like it's silly looking if it's not a White Castle and you have like those castle tops to the buildings. Like, what are you gonna do? Pay to like knock those down and get like a normal top? That costs too much money.
Wendy's was transformed into a Burger King. In Missouri, this old Burger King was turned into a Wendy's. This former Taco Bell KFC combo.
Like, they even try to keep like the little squiggle on top of the roof.
Was turned into a local pharmacy, and this former Arby's is now a local pizzeria. And to no surprise at all, the local pizzeria made a more charming and visually interesting design. Now, my favorite is when chains actually do the opposite of this, when they repurpose an old building, like this old bank in Wilmington, North Carolina that was transformed into a Dunkin' Donuts.
That's funny.
It's undeniably smarter and probably more sustainable to build buildings that can outlive the brand.
Oh wow, they're actually going with the wood construction. Oh, that is not safe. That shit's gonna go get lit the fuck up, dude. Cheap ass fucking McDonald's would go with the shitty wood construction for the outside. Fuck McDonald's, dude.
Brand inside them, which will in turn reduce waste and provide opportunity to future businesses. But there's just something sad about it too. Each restaurant lost all its character. But it's not just the exterior that lost its character. The interior is where many of these places thrived. Stepping inside used to feel like entering.
Bro, this feels like I'm stepping inside Saved by the Bell. That's crazy.
A little world of its own. Taco Bell had these purple and teal Art Deco chairs, textured wall tiles, and neon.
Yeah, but probably back then people were like on average like probably skinnier too.
On squiggles that felt like walking through a 90s arcade.
Yeah,
People today would probably.
That's that vaporwave aesthetic, dude. With like the little spinny chairs.
Call this tacky, and they might not be wrong, but damn, it has an identity. But before we dive deeper, the other day I wasted hours trying to cancel all those subscriptions I forgot about.
Here we
Luckily,
go.
Today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. Once you connect your bank account, Rocket Money identifies all of your subscriptions in a single list. From there, you can select the ones you don't want anymore, and Rocket Money may be able to help you to cancel with just a few taps. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when you use all of the app's premium features. They've also helped customers.
That is kind of funny when he says it like that. As long as you subscribe to the thing, we'll save you money so you could spend more money on our premium subscribe thing. I'm sorry, man.
Save over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. Take control of your finances today. To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/PatrickCC or click the link in the description to get started for free. Wendy's had an immaculate 1970s grandma aesthetic.
What the heck? I never been inside no Wendy's that look like this, dude. What the heck is this? This looks like my grandma's like living room or like dining area.
Wood-paneled walls, stained glass lamps hanging above every table, plush burgundy booths, and soft yellow lighting that made it feel more like a cozy living room than a fast food joint. And these sunrooms? Dude, these
I remember
sunrooms
these.
absolutely ripped.
I remember this shit, dude. Huh. That's kind of crazy. I remember sitting here like a couple times, like with me and my buddies, and that was like the first part when they showed me that like you could dip your French fries in the little Frosty and eat them like that, and I was like, no way. And I tried it. I'm like, this is awesome, man.
Pizza Hut felt like a legit sit-down restaurant.
Oh, I remember this shit with the little salad bar, and I haven't been inside a Pizza Hut in like, I don't know, 20 years. I think the last thing I got at a Pizza Hut was like a personal pan pizza, but as a little kid, it looks massive. But like if you go there again as an adult, I imagine it's gonna be like insanely tiny because of the shrinkflation on top of it. But yeah, those little personal pan pizzas as a little kid, you go there after a baseball game, dude. Oh my God, you thought you were like a king.
Carpeting, red vinyl booths, and those iconic Tiffany-style lamps that turned every meal into a dimly lit occasion. McDonald's had burger seats. Look at these burger seats.
Okay, I never been in a McDonald's with the burger seats, but that's kind of like weird for like the burger to have googly eyes. I know they're not googly eyes, but they look like googly eyes. It's just like painted on there. But
are they a little terrifying? Sure.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that we want them back. And when management started encouraging a more kid-friendly atmosphere, almost every franchisee built massive playgrounds and indoor sets packed with...
Yeah, those are like, oh my God, I remember the little net. I forgot about the net pipe. I knew about the straight pipe with the windows, but I forgot about the net pipe. Oh my God. I fucking scraped my knees on this shit so many times, dude. Fuck these things. And then as a little kid sliding down this shit, like what, you know, I'll tell you how to go like really fast down these things. You get some wax paper, like a roll of wax paper from like Walmart or whatever. You tear it off enough to like get a good like square or rectangle, sit on top of it, and then just go. Bro, you are talking about zero friction Febreze or Pledge on top of like tile floor type ice skating down a slide. All right, the wax paper down the slide. Biss. Oh my God, I remember these little like stackable like triangle things, or that you like just climb up and you can like hang out on. And like other kids would try to go up and they're like, oh, excuse me. And I'm just like, nope, I go around. Oh man. I remember this. Bro. Where's the ball pit? Oh, maybe it's like somewhere else, or maybe this one doesn't have a ball pit. Whatever.
With massive tubes, nets, and ball pits to...
Yeah, but I remember the ball pits. The ball pits were cool. But they were a germ-infested landfill. They were.
Play in while the adults got to enjoy their meal. However, for years, McDonald's had been dealing with injury lawsuits where kids hurt themselves climbing around rope ladders and monkey bars. In a 5-year span alone, from 1986 to 1991, 1,500 injury claims were filed against McDonald's when kids fell off their equipment or got trapped in one of their structures.
How do you get trapped in that thing? Got some retarded ass kids getting trapped in that. What? Like how?
Hundreds, if not thousands of injuries went unreported, and not to mention the sanitation concerns. Even as a kid, I knew those things were filthy.
Yeah.
Some places...
Like, because when you're a kid and you eat your Happy Meal, and then you're... Because, like, you can either take a long time or, like, eat your Happy Meal real quick, but then you don't wash your hands, you don't wipe them off, you just jump in that ball pit, you get all the balls really greasy, and you're just like... doing that noise. And yeah, I mean, and on top of it, you had ball fights with like 3, 4, 5 other kids in there, and you're just like grabbing balls and just whipping them at kids' heads, dude. And then and then other kids like crying because you hit them in the eye, and like some other parent is like bitching and complaining at like that parent is like, whose kid threw a ball at my kid and all that shit.
have still tried to hang on to that old school charm well into the 2020s. I found this 1950s retro diner inspired McDonald's location in Williamsburg, Virginia. They have a whole ass 1957 Chevy on the inside just parked in the middle of the restaurant.
That's pretty cool.
This beautiful time capsule location was, you guessed it, grayed out and turned into another modernized hospital cafeteria a few years ago. A location in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn was redesigned to a 1980s theme for a Marvel movie, and to no surprise at all, everyone loves it. And even though it still doesn't look like a true time capsule, it's just enough retro and modern combined to give the place a lot more soul. And if you're watching this and you have a fast food location near you that still has some old school charm, drop it in the comments because I want to see. But the
nah. At the end of the day, it's still a McDonald's. It's still a gigantic business that does not have the best interest in its customers. Then again, if you're trying to be healthy, you should probably not be going to McDonald's for health, right? It's like, oh, salad, grilled chicken salad, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. You go to McDonald's for a burger and fries. That's it. You don't go to a steakhouse and order fish. You don't go to McDonald's and order like a taco. You go to McDonald's to order a burger and fries. All right. You go there knowing that it's probably going to be like a greasy burger, and hopefully it's made well. And the same thing with the fries. Like you're hoping everything's like fresh-ish, but you're not really. You've kind of like come to grips with like, oh, gonna have McDonald's. Hopefully it's not like a sloppy pile of shit where the meat patty is the same thickness as the pickle, right? Which we all know is true.
Blueprint for the modern fast food gray box, the minimalism, the neutral tone textured wallpaper, the IKEA chairs that hurt to sit in, the inoffensive abstract art.
Inoffensive, can't be offensive. But then again, what was offensive about all the older stuff?
The dim industrial lighting, it can all be blamed on Chipotle. Chipotle's early 2000s expansion marked a turning point in the fast food industry. Their concept was called fast casual. You still got your food quickly, but the experience felt more elevated. The menu was simple, the ingredients were marketed as fresher, and the interiors ditched the kid-friendly chaos in favor of something more modern. Because of this, they were able to charge a higher price, and teenagers, college kids, and young professionals were more than willing to pay. But they weren't just paying for vibes. Those 2010s Chipotle burritos were massive. You used to get at least 2 servings of food for one price, which made it comparable to 2 fast food trips. Chipotle's success came at a time when McDonald's and other giants were on a rapid decline. In 2003, McDonald's...
So I haven't been to a Chipotle in a while, like at least a year. Like I know it's good, but even then, like Chipotle is still not worth it, dude. It is still so much more worth it to just go buy your own food and cook it. Like Chipotle is like a nice little like side healthy option thing that you can engage in if you're like strapped for time or something. But still, like if you just say like a normal thing of like rice, beans, vegetables, and like meat, like the amount of meat you're getting, it's like, it's embarrassing. It sucks. Why do you think we've had like so many like instances of people going like absolutely batshit crazy on employees for not giving them enough meat, right?
Stock price fell to a 9-year low, and in Q4 of 2023 was the first net loss in profits they ever had.
Oh my God.
$344 million. Public pressure around junk food intensified during this period. The Super Size Me documentary.
I knew you were going to bring up the Super Size Me thing, dude. I wonder, will you bring up the fact that that guy was a sham and was like drunk the whole time? Well, not drunk, but like had horrible health himself before he did it.
further tarnished the company's brand. The doc followed Morgan Spurlock, who ate at McDonald's restaurants 3 times a day every day for a month, consuming every item on the chain's menu at least once. At the end of the experiment, the 32-year-old had gained 24.5 pounds, a 13% body mass increase, increased his cholesterol to dangerous levels, and became the proof the media needed to paint fast food as the face of America's obesity crisis. So while McDonald's...
Yes, but also you also have to add to that movie, because it came out like a couple years ago, that whenever that dude did that, he was incredibly disingenuous while doing that, because he was doing like bad habits. And what was it? It was something about he had horrible liver health, something that the doctor identified that was only possible through excessive drinking of alcohol. And because he drank a lot of alcohol, you could also attribute the weight gain to doing that as well. It's somewhere on YouTube, but that's also a thing. Can't say it's not, because it did happen.
scrambled to repair its image, Chipotle was thriving, offering a cleaner, simpler, healthier experience that looked and felt like the opposite of everything fast food had become. In response, McDonald's started the Forever Young campaign to transform the playground feel into a cafe-style space. What resulted was a push for a more contemporary aura, accented by terracotta, olive, and gray colors paired with wooden furniture. Of course, other fast food restaurants saw this change and followed suit.
But also with Chipotle, as much as everybody loves it, there was also the numerous amounts of, what was it? With like the bad vegetables and the bad meat. They had a ton of instances where they had to like do like recalls of, it was like almost every vegetable. It was like, I know it was the spinach because, what did it have? Oh, fuck. They had to do like a massive recall because whenever like a Chipotle goes up, I forget exactly how they do their business, but like at one point they were trying to, and I'm probably going to spread misinformation on this. They try to like source their like food from like local farms, but like when you do that, you can't really regulate the foods as well. I need someone to like correct me because I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on that.
Also believe that the success of Starbucks and maybe even the Apple Store had a big impact on the aesthetics of fast food chains. Starbucks proved that people would pay a premium price to hang around in a space that felt upscale. And
Stupid people will pay a premium price to hang around and do shit. People with privilege will pay a premium price to hang around and do nothing.
Apple taught the entire retail world that an ultra-minimalist design could signal trust and quality. Today, seemingly every fast food chain takes a little bit of inspiration from Chipotle, Starbucks, and the Apple Store, which has majorly contributed to them losing what made them special in the first place. Fast food restaurants were meant to be bold, fun, and kid-friendly, or even calm and cozy sit-downs for the family. But designers Lynn Rosenbaum and Michael Muchoff told the YouTube channel Cheddar that the design choices are nothing more than a marketing tactic.
Oh, wow, surprise. It's all marketing. It always was, always is, always will be just marketing.
We have to be perceived as new and fresh and offering food that is new and fresh.
Dang, just lay it out there, man.
What has changed within our restaurant? We want to communicate that to the customer on the outside, and the easiest way to do that is through architecture and interior design.
How can we make it look healthier, but not actually make it healthier?
That's basically the gist. Wow, what a comment.
That's basically the gist. I don't think any logical person is expecting fast food to be healthy, but the risk used to be worth the reward. Because beyond the building design and modern branding, it seems like they aren't even trying to make the food look or taste good anymore. The burgers aren't even close to as advertised.
Oh yeah, this is like disgusting, dude. Like, yeah, Which is the real light? This like shadowed bun, perfectly constructed burger. This probably isn't even like edible. This is all like fake ass food. This is probably like glue. I don't even know what any is. Like, it looks like lettuce. It looks like pickle. Looks like cheese. It's probably not, though. You probably don't want to eat this. But then again, this is probably like real food. But like looks wise, you don't want to eat this either. Right? Do I need to remind you about the lady that absolutely had a crazy crash out because the meat patty was the same thickness as a pickle?
With buns flat as a pancake and lettuce that looks like it was left out all night. Places like KFC refuse to change the oil in their fryers,
Damn.
so you can't even taste the chicken anymore. And those so-called crispy fries you ordered look like they were defrosted, placed under a heat lamp, and served without anyone noticing they missed a crucial step. Even legendary YouTuber The Report of the Week, who has spent—
Report, bruh. Hell yeah. Oh, man. Report, bruh.
the past decade reviewing fast food menu items, just about had a meltdown over the decline in quality and service across every big chain in the US after countless bad experiences in 2023.
Instances not as bad as this, but where there have been problems with my order, with the quality, it's just lapsing more and more. And it's not just Culver's. It's every place.
And you know why? It's because people. Right? Whenever the eventual day comes around and you just pull up to a McDonald's and there's like maybe one person working and your entire meal is constructed via a robot, that's when the food quality will increase again.
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, you name it. There have been so many places, and I'm sure you've noticed this, that I've reviewed in the last couple years, where the food has just been awful. It's quite frankly disgusting. I hate when this happens, and what bothers me even more is when it's becoming more and more of the norm. When I'm trying out these sorts of items, and time and again, it's some burnt piece of garbage. It's some just vile slop, for lack of a better word. And it's getting to the point now where pretty much every other item that I review is just, it's disgusting in some way or another. Or it's just so overpriced that it might be alright, but it's like you're burning your money.
Yeah.
What's even the point?
But even if fast food companies lost the fun, lost the undeniable guilty pleasure taste, at least it's still cheap, right? Nope.
It's not. Bro, I think the Wendy's by me, let's see. I usually get like a Dave's double combo, but I actually don't drink the soda. Because for me to go there and say, can I just get like a Dave's double and like, I don't know, either like a small fry or a medium fry, it's actually more money-wise for me to order that than to just say, let me just get like a regular Dave's double combo, please. And just take the drink. Whatever. You guys got Coke? Yep. Okay. Set it in my cup holder. Drive home. Munch on the fries as I'm like driving home. Walk inside. Literally take the soda. Crack the bitch open. Pour it down the sink. Actual dog shit. Because I just simply don't want it. It's easier. But let me see. I think a sandwich is like, oh my God, I'm trying to remember. It's like $8, $9 or something. But like if you do the combo, it goes up to like $12 or $13 near me. I'm in Florida. I think that's about what it was. I mean, I went to Wendy's like a month ago.
Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, Chipotle, Taco Bell, Popeyes, and McDonald's all raised their prices by 55 to 100% between 2014 and 2024. Most of us can remember a time where $5 could fill you up at most restaurants.
Not now.
Maybe you'd snag a couple of grillers or a fill-up box from Taco Bell, a McDouble, McChicken, and fries, a famous bowl from KFC.
Yep.
Even if you wanted to get full meals, you'd still spend less than $10. What I found shocking is that Columbus, Ohio has...
And notice, he said full meal for less than $10. You want a full meal? It's more than $10.
the most affordable fast food in the country, but
Damn, the average cost of flagship fast food is about 10.
Meals still cost $10 on average. Most cities average $12 to $13 for a fast food meal, and I can say with certainty, at least where I live, that there are plenty of local restaurants serving way better food for $13.
Yeah.
Some McDonald's locations were charging as high as $18 for a Big Mac
That's
meal.
crazy.
In 2024, the McDonald's president Joe Erlinger attempted to
with the fucking earbuds. Oh my god. Oh, it's so funny. I don't know why I find that funny. I just find it funny.
address many of the concerns that Americans had with McDonald's prices significantly rising. What's funny is that they made this graphic that claims to debunk a bunch of myths.
Of course, McDonald's is going to shill for itself. No kidding. Why would they actually say anything? Why would they say the opposite of any of this? I think I've seen this graphic before. McDonald's raised prices at nearly double the national rate of inflation. False. McDonald's overall 5-year price increases are closely connected to the increased costs to run restaurants, which have gone up. Okay, so that's you're not really proving this wrong. You're just saying this says it when it's going up because what is this? Because the it's going up faster than inflation. You're saying no, it's going up because the rising cost of rising developmental costs. No, it's not. Well, actually, maybe it is because we saw earlier in the video that what was it? That was a McDonald's being built. It's wood frame construction, bro. Wood frame construction buildings are cheap as fuck. All right, like if you want a good building, you go cinder block on the outside wall. All right, that wood frame shit, that's some dog shit ass building. All right, that's cost cutting costs. CC, always got to cut costs. All right, so rising, is it the employees that are soaking up all of the rising developmental costs? Because that's what we say in video games. How all these AAA companies in video games, that's what they say. Oh, guys, we got to raise the price of the base price of the video game up to $80. But it's because of the rising cost of development of video games. It's like, no, it's not. I see how easy it is to build a level in UE5. Don't kid me. I'm not reading all this. I've read this in, I think, like one or two other videos.
Graphic that claims to debunk.
All this does is beat around the bush of the original myths. All right, they don't really discredit. They don't really disprove any of these
myths, while claiming that the facts state that they have only raised their prices by 20 to 40% since 2019.
Also, they don't even mention the fact that they shrunk their foods. Why? Because regular Gen Pop people don't notice a smaller food until everybody else around them is doing it. So you end up paying more for less product. Shrinkflation.
Like they put this obnoxious claim as a myth. McDonald's medium fries increased by 138% just to attempt to soften the blow when they say that the fact is that the average price of a...
Oh yeah, because who fucking said this? Is this the source? What is this, like a bot source? Like, just somebody like a corporate make a burner account and claim that the fries went up to 138% since 1990 or 2019. Okay, then we can use your comment and use it as a myth to justify the fact that it only went up 44%. Oh, big brain I got. That's why I'm the CEO.
Medium fries was a 44% increase. Like we're supposed to be like, oh, only a 44% increase for fries that are soggy, cold, and take 20 minutes to get.
Oh, really? My paycheck went up 44% since 2019. How believable is that? Are you kidding me? Bro, any regular ass job, that's just only going up like 2 or 3%. 2 is like minimum. 3 if you're eating a little dick. And then 4, 4% increase. Oh my God. Your union is going to work if you got a 4% increase. Only reason you get like anything more than that is like you did a pay study.
That's so much better than 138%. The reality is that fast food has entirely changed its value proposition to customers in America. It's no longer about being cheap, it's about being lazy. A professor of marketing at Johns Hopkins said, "These chains are not charity organizations.
Nope.
They're not trying to serve cheap food to people who are complaining about high prices.
They're a business. End of the day, business.
They're trying to get people who have either stopped going to the store or never went there." I suspect the value pricing approach is working for McDonald's. Okay. So they killed the vibes, ruined the taste, charge way too much money. Is it at least still fast?
I mean, do we bitch, moan, and complain that Balenciaga is like number one, a meme of a brand, but also like thousands of dollars of bullshit clothes and shoes and whatever else they got? They have a target audience that they want to cater to. They're not lowering their prices anytime soon. McDonald's has a target audience that they want to cater to.
Well, kinda. The speed of service has drastically decreased as Americans become more dependent on the drive-thru. America runs on urgency. Our cities are built to drive around, not stop and hang out in. Our work weeks are packed, our commutes are long, and our breaks are short. Everything in our culture tells us to move faster, work more, and consume more. So we designed an entire meal experience around not having to stop moving. Pull up in your car, order before you speak to a person, get your food in a brown bag, and don't even look inside until you're already merging onto the highway, and stuff the fries down your throat with one hand while the other is on the wheel.
Yep,
Drive-thrus
that's me.
Aren't about convenience. They're a survival mechanism for a society that doesn't have time to sit down. But now even that convenience is starting to collapse. What used to be a 3 to 5 minute pit stop has turned into a 15+ minute wait behind a...
Bro, wait till you do a video of like the first hour a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks is open in the morning. Bro, this line is absolutely nothing. All right? I've seen so many Dunkin' Donuts in like the fucking ass crack of dawn where the line like wraps around the building and people are willing to wait all of that time to get their little like morning coffee. It's insane to me.
Line of frustrated drivers. Even places like In-N-Out are facing major problems with lines that literally cause traffic on the highways next to them. Pretty much
That's insane. Chick-fil-A? Oh, you know it's crazy when you gotta whip out the cones.
every Chick-fil-A I've ever been to around lunchtime has...
Bro, if you're trying to pull up at the ass end of this, what are you thinking? Like, really? You're going to sit here and wait like an hour just to get around? For this little merry-go-round of craziness? What are you doing?
2 rows of 20+ cars bumper to bumper. Many locations are trying to combat these frustrating wait times by having staff walk around with iPads so you can get that somewhat satisfaction that your order is being taken care of, but it doesn't make the food come out any faster. Now, you might think that removing drive-thrus in some locations or incentivizing walk-ins would somehow speed things up, but fast food restaurants have done their homework.
Really?
Research shows that 47% of US consumers would simply avoid going to a store that doesn't have a drive-thru, and twice as many people prefer using the drive-thru to going in store. And
that's crazy. Bro, I must be the special snowflake that still goes in a store. Because like when I pull up into Walmart, there's like so many people with like the blue vest on, just like pushing the cart full of like blue baskets on the wheelie, just like looking at their iPad and like hitting the items and sticking them in. It's like, that's like the norm. That's crazy, dude.
Going in store, and that's because of the American go culture, as well as us not prioritizing eating as a meaningful experience. It's just another task to check off the list. Meals in other countries are a cultural staple, a time to slow down, talk, share, and connect. Americans treat eating as something you do out of necessity between meetings, in traffic, or while staring at your phone. And I'm talking to you, who's literally eating a meal while watching this right now.
Am not. Like, oh, I got some waters, Patrick. I got some water with some extra microplastic.
The obsession with quick service, combined with fast food's obsession with margins, is slowly turning these restaurants into massive robotic garages, like this concept released by Taco Bell in 2022.
Damn, bro, this is like a rave. Do you need to be like a hot girl or like a high value man to like get in here? Holy shit. This is crazy. Where's like the bodyguards to like let people in? Oh my god, do you like pull up in this door and just get like sucked up in there? That's insane.
For their new vision for making service easier.
Bro, wait. No shot, you put your order in at the little kiosk right there? Or god damn it, I'm in the way. Fuck. Like this little kiosk, you put the order in right there. But then you pull up to this part and they just like, because you know how banks have the tube? They like tube you your food. Because this looks like a bank.
Easier than ever before, or the new designs Chick-fil-A is rolling out that prioritize quick service, or Jimmy John's cutting down the size of their restaurant
Bro, that's crazy.
to resemble more of a studio apartment. To make it even more streamlined, restaurants are releasing AI menu stands that replace human staff members, and the responses have been mixed, with some customers praising the decision and others arguing this is one step further in the wrong direction. So correct orders and no.
What's the right direction? It's a what is it called? It's a rhetorical question, right? The right direction is to not go to a fast food joint in the beginning. All right, go home, make your own food prep. Fuck off.
No more attitudes for no reason, more jobs with human contact are going away. With fast food restaurants doing everything they can to make service seamless and Americans demanding even more convenience, how far away are we from a robotic arm extending from a building and just dumping the food right into our mouths?
Oh, that's funny. That's more morbid than I would have said.
But as grim as the future looks, there is a way to fight this. There is a way to demand change, get better quality food,
Why? And just go home and eat and just make stuff yourself.
better prices, better speeds, and an all-around better experience. The solution
It's not going back, dude. 100% it's not going back. It's only going to get worse. The foods will cost more. The foods will get smaller. And you will notice it. And you will complain about it. And you'll still pay for it. That's what's going to happen.
is quite simple, and it's being implemented all over the world. Fast food is better outside of America, not just by opinion, but by design. Many nations have stricter regulations on food quality, preservatives, and sourcing. In places like Japan, France, or Germany, the ingredients are often fresher, the portions are more balanced, and the presentation is far more respectful of the dining experience.
Bro, what is this? Like North Korea? She's like looking into my soul. Holy shit. What? So with better regulation, you get better food? I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, dude. What makes you think the regulation for food quality or just fast food industry in general is going to improve? Let me hear it.
But this change didn't necessarily happen out of respect, it was by force. Like in France, when 5 activist farmers tore down a McDonald's that was being built in the southern town of Malau in August 1999. They handed out Roquefort cheese at the protest, which they said was to denounce US import restrictions and hormone-treated beef.
5 activist farmers, so what? Bro, you ain't gonna get far. This is a singular one-off instance of like farmers getting together to tear down a big Mickey D's in Europe. Okay, this is, you want USA farmers to go start destroying like their local McDonald's like that's being built? That ain't happening.
But this was a calculated attack. In that same week, French farmers dumped 6 tons of manure on a McDonald's restaurant in Arles.
Bro, with the current political climate, dude, Like this, that, like if that were to happen in America, that's gonna get so misconstrued every which way that you could possibly imagine. It's terrorism.
This was a symbol of resistance against American food imperialism and the spread of unhealthy, standardized meals. And
I agree. I don't think that's going to happen anytime in the near future.
it wasn't just about the food, they were defending culture, agriculture, and tradition. And it worked. French consumers began demanding locally sourced ingredients, and McDonald's responded. Today, around 75% of the food served in
What do you want? Your local Monsanto farmer to like rise up and destroy the McDonald's that's getting built down the road? That's not happening. Newsflash. Let's say you have like 5 farmers in America that don't subscribe to Monsanto seeds. You really think that's going to be like cheaper? You really think that's going to be like it probably will be like possibly higher quality of food, but you're going to pay an ass ton for it because they can't process it as quick as like the other like Monsanto farms or whatever.
McDonald's France is sourced domestically. Now, this doesn't mean go and destroy your local McDonald's, but it is proof that a protest goes a long way. Also, McDonald's Europe became the first food service retailer in many markets to sell Marine Stewardship Council certified sustainable fish. The MSC is widely considered the gold standard certification for sustainable wild-caught seafood, because if they did not meet these standards, then European countries would simply not allow them to serve fish. In India, they mostly don't serve beef or pork items due to religious values held by the citizens. In China, they serve taro pies. Taro is a plant native to Southeast Asia.
Bro, have you taken a step out of like your house or whatever? Bro, Americans are all about chickens eating chickens and cows and pigs. All right? Chickens, cows, and pigs. That's what we eat.
Whose roots and leaves are used for food in this region. In Saudi Arabia, 100% of their menu must be halal. Therefore, all products served at McDonald's restaurants are inspected and approved by local authorities and Islamic inspectors at the countries of export. The point is, McDonald's and other fast food restaurants will abide by socio-cultural, religious, food preferences, and environmental factors, or they will simply not be allowed to serve food in that country. And they
Okay, but like let's look at the what'd you say?
Socio-cultural.
Let's look at the socio-cultural things in America. Like the craziest thing you got at McDonald's is like the fillet of fish. Maybe you could get away with that MSC thing for like the little fillet of fish, but like everything else, it's chickens, cows, and pigs. And eggs, because like the McDonald's breakfast.
Religious, food preferences, and environmental factors, or they will simply not be allowed to serve food in that country. And they might even complement the country with a vibey atmosphere. They'll serve food in decommissioned planes in New Zealand, a colorful building pagoda in China, or a ski up in Sweden. The end result, better service, better food, better vibes, and customers who treat eating as something worth sitting down for. All of these point to the fact that fast food restaurants can still be colorful, fun, cheap, and have the best quality food available for their meals. It's just that they only change when people finally start to walk away. This is not the answer you want, but it is the truth. Sure, the buildings are gray and bland. Sure, the service is slow. Sure, the food doesn't taste as good and corporate greed is driving up the price. But you can protest. You can just stop going. And they will be forced to resort back to the things that made these restaurants special in the first place. But until most of us refuse to order from these fast food restaurants, then nothing is going to change.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it's not going to change. Even though he laid out the path, like, this is a you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink type of situation. 100%, dude. Well, that was nice. Why fast food sucks now. Actually, baller ass video. What's the vibes? Everyone liking it? Well, we came full circle. Where making your own food is faster and cheaper option. True. Maybe not faster. Definitely cheaper though. Not me guessing McDonald's on every modern building and getting them all wrong. I'm 42. The perfect age to remember how glorious fast food used to be back in the 80s, 90s, versus how terrible they are all today. I mean, yeah, like the food quality was different back then than it is now. On top of it, bring back the stay hydrated reminder. Huh. Did they ever have a stay hydrated thing? I don't remember. Other than that, I guess every single one wrong. Yeah, that was a good video, man. It's a laundry list of things. It's a complex web of variables to why fast food sucks now. But I'm surprised you didn't mention the shrinkflation. All right, that's a factor too. Everything feels smaller on top of it. But it is what it is. I really doubt anything will happen. It's only gonna get worse. But that's just me. But anyway, good video. Massive dub. And yeah. Catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.